mean, wait, why am I laughing like an idiot? Oh, it worked. It worked. Sorry, I had to change my headphones because the other ones, well, they're falling apart. But anyways, welcome back to another episode of the best worst show on the internet. I'll be your host today. My name's Manuel Chavez III, or the Turd, depending on how you know me. And wow, it's the 4th of July, you guys. Happy 4th of July to every single one of you out there. Hopefully you do it well. I guess I would believe that you would be doing well. And then, yeah, if I want the chat thing to work, I guess I should turn it on. Yeah, you should probably turn it on. There you go. It's working now. There we go. There we go. Well, welcome. Hello to my friends out there. Hey, how come the Rumble chat's didn't get put up? Let me check out. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, it is working. I just forgot to flip the switch. I forgot. Sorry, there's a lot of stuff to do. So, yeah, it's the 4th of July, man. It's a celebration of everything that it means to be American. Mr. Magic Poop, Billy T, good old Harry, how you doing over there? Yickum 24, all you patriots. Can I call you patriots? Out here, I'm almost going to be standing on my soapbox. Well, I don't know about that. But we got J.R. Riggs, no one here yet, Pyramid 7, CV. Nice to see y'all. Hopefully you guys are doing pretty well. I'm doing well. I figured I would jump on to here and give you guys just a little bit of a show because, I mean, since the news is coming as it will, there's some interesting pieces of information out there that I figured we would smash together into one extravaganza as we normally do it. Because literally things are getting weird, my friends. The fiction doesn't feel like fiction anymore because it just seems to be even crazier. What's this? Sewer Guy Rob says, haha, YouTube made me do 3 captchas and still wouldn't let me load the chat. The lockdown has happened. I guess they are locking some people down out there. See, I don't know, man. It's like you tell you, get over to Rumble, dude. You'll like it. You'll like it a little bit better. Things are happening right now, my friends. I don't know what's going on, but I figured we're just going to start off with some news for you today because I don't know what's going on in the White House. I don't even like being that political or whatever. But honestly, it sounds like somebody was having some sick-ass party over there at the White House because somebody found a suspicious bit of powder. Yes, they found some of the powder. We're talking about some of that yum-yum, some of that good-good, some of that Snow White, some of that ooey. You know what I mean? Fucking, we're going skiing tonight. There's a blizzard in Phoenix. Well, at least that's what we used to say. That's what I used to say or whatever. But anyways, you know, like I don't really have that big of a problem with a little bit of cocaine every now and again. But I mean, at the White House, I mean, cocaine, that's for certain places, you know, the bathroom at the wedding, you know, bathroom at whatever insert club here, some sort of festival or something involving music and friends, you know, certain places. Not the White House. You don't go to the White House and you don't bring a bag of snow to the White House. That's like, imagine if you got caught with that shit, like in your pocket. They're like arresting you on January 6th. They're like, yeah, well, we got one guy with cocaine. See, interestingly enough, I didn't ever hear about anybody in January 6th getting arrested for drugs. Have you heard about anybody getting arrested for? Heard about somebody dying from some meth? Didn't hear anybody getting arrested for like weed or like coke or like acid or like mushrooms, you know? I don't know. I mean, literally, where did this come from? Obvious choice, or the obvious thing here would be it's Hunter Biden. But literally, guys, you think that he's going to be coming up in there with a big old bag of powder and just having a party at the White House? I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. Hunter Biden is a fucking legend. We've all seen the laptop pictures. We've all understood the exploits that he's had. And Hunter Biden is the guy that would definitely be like, my dad's the president. I'm going to go do blow and hookers at the White House. And it's going to be awesome because how many people could say they did that? And then I'd be like, yeah. Although it could be some party favors that were left over from when there was the weird time that was happening at the White House. I don't really know. Obviously, they're not giving it to Joe Biden because you would think that he would be a little bit more, I don't know, peppy. He'd be a little more up and up. I mean, that probably would put fucking holes in his brain. It's probably put enough holes in my brain. But just the weirdest thing, right? President Joe Biden's over at Camp David and the Secret Service just happens to find a suspicious powder in the common area of the West Wing. And yeah, the preliminary test says that it was a little bit of that cocaina. They didn't say that if it was like that Mexican Coke or that Peruvian Coke or whatever, they didn't give us any information as to that. They just said that there was an area in a common room where somebody left a bag of something. And as I would remind you, there are many cameras inside the White House, especially in them common areas. So whoever belonged to that bag, your ass is probably going to get caught up unless you're like Hunter Biden or somebody. But let me tell you, they know whose it is. I bet you they fucking know. Even if that shit just came out of their pocket, there was one motherfucker frantically searching around the White House for his little baggie. I bet you. If you don't believe me, I don't care if you don't believe me. Because you know what? This is my show, and we do whatever the hell we want to do on my show. That's right. We do whatever we want to do on my show. Yes. But then again, we haven't been able to do whatever we wanted to do for a very, very long time, right? Like the censorship, right? The censorship by the White House, censorship by the government. People talk about censoring everybody all left and right and shit. And it makes me wonder if we're going to have to be dealing with a whole lot more of it. But out of nowhere, maybe we should have positive thinking into the future in order to feel very great in the future. I don't know, man. I feel like maybe we should get into a little bit of positive thinking before we go into this. Because maybe it's that manifestation shit that's happening. Two messages. One from a day ago, one from today. Oregon in the USA, July 19th, 2021. From the Thought Adjuster. Whoever the fuck that is. Subject is from positive thinking to recommendable initiatives. Message received by Ananias. The fact that the spiritual leaders and the religious teachers of the Jewish nation one time rejected the teachings of Jesus and conspired to bring about his cruel death does not in any manner affect the status of any individual Jew in his standing before God. Motherfuckers. I put that one on there. There was a little flavor from the Thought Adjuster. Thought Adjuster. History repeats itself unless humankind uses its bitter lessons to wise up. Then what was once regrettable turn of events morphs into a generational asset. A generational asset? Whatever that is. A shudder of horror passed over the onlooking celestial beings as they behold the professed followers of Jesus indulge themselves in persecuting, harassing, and even murdering latter-day descendants of Peter, Philip, Matthew, and other Palestinian Jews who also gloriously yielded up their lives as the first martyr for the gospel of the kingdom of heaven. Goddamn, doesn't the kingdom of heaven sound like a badass fucking place? Yes, it does. Do you think they would feel any different when witnessing the holding of the spiritual grudges that I have left a tearful trail in their wake? Those who perpetrate such divisive behaviors fail to realize the basic tenets of progressive evolution. Going back to ignorance of the early ages is no wonder that this ever-going process is fraught with hits and misses, successes and failures. Jesus' life, if well understood, should make a world of difference in the planetary interactions. Undeniably, many incoherent victims have suffered at the hands of the self-appointed vigilantes, fueled by hate and action, who consistently assign blame to others, living or dead, for the sorry state of affairs which they contribute. For the most part, slavery is a thing of the past. How cruel and unreasoning to compel innocent children to suffer for the sins of their progenitors' misdeeds, of which they are wholly ignorant and for which they could in no way be responsible, and to do such wicked deeds in the name of one who taught his disciples to love even their enemies. Assume for a moment the correctness of the reasoning of those who blame their contemporaries based on the radical political or religious affiliations for crimes perpetrated by long-dead personalities. Wouldn't such trains of thought exert similar adversarial consequences on their latter-day descendants? To demand restitution and apologies from parties absent during the perpetration of such barbaric deeds is a flagrant miscarriage of justice. The pardon that Jesus outpoured over his executioners was intent on cutting short the lifespan of the personal or collective vendettas. When faced with the emotionally charged campaigning of the misguided souls, be the one who breaks the spell. Practice instant forgiveness, giving thanks to Jesus and his followers who role modeled such noble behaviors, thus promoting peace among men. What about giving credit for a change to those whose lives contributed to what is good in your generation? Positive thinking leads to positive feeling, which in turn prompts positive initiatives. Wow, there's a lot there. Talk about the Jews. Talk about slavery. Talking about racial, political, religious affiliations and not holding people accountable for the sins of their fathers. All seems pretty standard to me. Practicing instant forgiveness and giving thanks seems to be something that so many people are incapable of doing. I mean, sure, you can hold a grudge against somebody for some time if you feel as though you want to, but it's never going to fix anything for you. I don't even think it's really ever going to make you feel any better. I guess, how do we apply this? Positive thinking. We got to look at things in a more positive light, right? And positively, I feel like we're making it somewhere because at least one of the big three that controls everything that you, me, oh my, deal with on a daily basis is making some rather sweeping, maybe not sweeping, but rather, yeah, they are sweeping changes that are going to make things a lot different for us. And yes, I will practice instant forgiveness and give thanks to the people that help us out. But then again, sure enough, we're still going to have to test something else out on these other guys. And I feel like the perspective here is that we can be mad at them for what they've done, but we can't be like them and destroy them because it would be too easy. We must be better. We have to be better. Gotta be better. Speaking of better, New York Times doesn't matter. This is just the first one that I pulled up. What does that say? Federal judge limits Biden officials' contacts with social media websites. Wait a minute. Seriously, we've had like slam dunks on so many different things, student loan forgiveness, affirmative action, and like the gun stuff, repealing the ATF's bullshit. And now we're coming back hard on the freaking administration for all of their crazy censorship. That just feels like such a wonderful situation for all of us. Something to celebrate, because it's like we're getting a little bit back to being that America that we used to be, because we literally had to get these guys reprimanded, right? They're getting reprimanded by the Supreme Court for being assholes. And now we have an order, right? And the order came in a lawsuit filed by the Attorney General of Missouri and Louisiana, who claim the Biden administration is trying to silence its critics, utilizing every possible avenue to every possible social media site so that they can get, I don't know, Hunter Biden's pictures taken down, get people's accounts deleted, so on, so forth, So what does it say here? Well, let's just kind of go there, because somebody already pulled this up for me real nice. And this is a July 4th message. And how else can we take it? The plaintiffs are likely to succeed on the merits of establishing that the government has used its power to silence the opposition. Opposition to COVID-19, opposition to masking and lockdowns, oppositions to lab leak theories, oppositions to the validity of the elections, opposition to President Biden's policies, statements about the Hunter Biden laptop story and how it was actually a true thing, and opposition to policies that government officials empower, all were suppressed. It is quite telling that in each example or category of suppressed speech was conservative in nature. This targeted suppression of conservative ideas is the perfect example of viewpoint discrimination of political speech. American citizens have the right to engage in free debate about the significant issues affecting our country. Although this case is still relatively young, at this stage, the court is only examining it in terms of the plaintiff's likelihood of success on the merits, and the evidence produced thus far depicts an almost dystopian scenario. During the COVID-19 pandemic, a period perhaps best characterized by widespread doubt and uncertainty, the United States government seems to have assumed the role similar to an Orwellian Ministry of truth. Damn. The plaintiffs have presented substantial evidence in support of their claims that they were the victims of a far-reaching and widespread censorship campaign. This court finds that they are likely to succeed on the merits of their First Amendment free speech claim against the defendants. Therefore, a preliminary injunction should be issued immediately against the defendants as set out. Had to go read that whole little bit of thing. Just take it in. That's a real court document. Just in case that, you censorship pieces of shit that work for YouTube or whatever, that don't know how to research shit or whatever, that work for like the Ministry of Truth or something like that. I don't know. There it is for you. The whole thing. Yep. And every social media platform, YouTube included, maybe Rumble, maybe they're getting contacted, but I'm pretty sure Rumble's not doing anything about it. But it's been a thing, man. It's been a thing that's been going on since Donald Trump was in power, but it didn't start ramping up until the Biden administration got into there. And even now, with Elon Musk in control of one platform, it hasn't really stopped the censorship on Facebook, hasn't really stopped it on YouTube, where most people get their news and shit. I mean, sure, there's still people that use Twitter, but like, guys, that's not where you're supposed to get your fucking news. But it's where we get our news. It's where we get our news. So what do we say? I mean, come on, guys. YouTube was censoring people over all of this stuff, but in all likelihood, with this particular document, a guy like me could take this and say, hey, could I now finally show with the preponderance of certainty that YouTube was censoring on the same grounds as this, and then couldn't you build a case off of this First Amendment, free speech protected type situation? Because, I mean, all we really have to do is show every example that we got nuked on, and then maybe ask 5 or 6 other people that have had, I don't know, their channels nuked out of existence. Seems like it might work, but no. You're saying that you guys signed up for arbitration, and, you know, it doesn't work like that. And let me tell you, it works like that. So it wouldn't just be a class action. I think that it would be smarter to have a non-class action and then go bigger, because if you go with the class action, then you're pretty much forced to do the arbitration. So I wouldn't do it like that. But if I was like an actual real lawyer and I wanted to milk you for every fucking dollar, then yeah, I would do a class action for sure, because that would make me the most money. But is it going to make you the most money? No. But I'm a shiesty lawyer piece of shit that only looks out for himself and making money. So, like, fucking hey, I'm going to tell you to do it I'm going to tell you to do it my way so I make the most money. See how that works? So, at the end of the day, what does this tell us? Well, the Biden administration has definitely been in contact with everyone. They even tried to set up a ministry of truth. Yo, what up with my... Where's my girl at? What was her name again? Nina Jankowicz. Yeah. Former executive director of the Disinformation Governance Board, aka otherwise known as what we were calling the Ministry of Truth. But kind of strange, right? Like, they were setting up an actual government organization, and now these guys in the court are like, yeah, y'all are like Orwellian as fuck, and like, I'm gonna need y'all to just like stop contacting we're gonna make it so that we're gonna say now you're gonna be going against a court order if you contact it. This is what an injunction is. And, you know, the Biden administration knows all about injunctions because they've gotten a shitload of them. And we've already seen how they deal with these types of things. But, you know, looking into the history of it, I mean, it was just 2020 when they were trying to force Nina Jankowicz and the Ministry of Truth, or I mean, the Disinformation Governance Board down our fucking throats. And now it's starting to come back because these are the same people that were not letting us talk about the vax, same people that weren't letting us talk about talk about the election. And I mean, it goes farther back, right? It goes all the way back into the Pizzagate days, doesn't it? Although, now that we've been able to figure this one out, I don't know. I still think Nina Jankowicz is pretty fine. She's got some pretty blue eyes. I'd be like, Nina Jankowicz, I like your pretty blue eyes. I'm trying to be positive and find like, I hate your politics or whatever, but that booty be slamming, girl. Whoa! I don't even think I've seen the booty though, so I don't really know. What I do know, though, is that yeah, Biden administration is taking a lot of losses, and that's a pretty big freedom bit of something or other that we're all working with today. Honestly, I don't think that you should be looking into anything else, because it's just like win after win after win. You can build your own 80% guns again. There's actually a light at the end of the tunnel in all this censorship shit. Especially if you got your YouTube channel back only to get it removed again because you ended up on some Biden administration government list. Huh. I think we might actually be getting somewhere. All right, well, let's move on to other news since we do news here. I think this is good news, actually. So we've been live streaming on Kick or whatever. I'm not sure if we're going to be more successful than we were on Twitch. Right now, we're about as equally successful as we were on Twitch, which is not successful. So that's cool. But Kick just did something pretty interesting that's like kind of pissing some people off, but they were like already pissed off for other reasons, and now it's kind of cucking them. But Kick has decided to make changes to the platform, and they're actually, I don't know, good changes, right? Good changes. They're trying to make sure that people can do, stuff. So now they're rolling out new view count protection. So now people are going to have a harder time botting and manipulating the views over on Kick. And they said that they're fixing tabbing issues. They got advanced chatbot protections, and they said disabling of hot tub and gambling streams. So unlike Twitch, they actually got a little set thing that you can flip on and off. So like if you don't want to see booby and titty streamers, or if you don't want to watch gambling streams over on Kick, you now have a handy dandy little area where you can go switch that off and on. So now you could go over there and you can never see Amaranth and her big juicy titties, which I don't know why you would not want to be checking it out. I try to go check that fucking sexy bitch out there, but the thing is she got no eggs. So you know what? Like she drops down, fertile, not fertile anymore, but fine AF. Maybe a little too short dicky now for my taste, but yeah. So if you've been not wanting to go over to Kick because you got some stupid reasoning behind gambling or because hot tub streamers are going to be there, well, guess what? Now you got no fucking excuses, bitches. 95% to the streamer, 5% to the platform. Best cut out there. They fixed the bots. They got the chat. And now you can hide the titty streamers, so when your wife is watching over your shoulder and shit, she ain't gonna get pissed. Who the fuck is that bitch? Is that fucking Amaranth? I thought I told it. Sorry. So yeah, that's cool, right? That's cool. I think that's cool. I figured I'd just bring it up for all you people out there that are stuck on YouTube that should already be on Rumble or at least trying out Kick because, the fuck's your problem? I already see a bunch of people on YouTube. The fuck's your problem? What's this? Blue Sky sees record web traffic after Elon Musk's latest dumb Twitter decision. Oh, yeah, that's right. The whole everybody's getting rate limited on Twitter. Yeah, Twitter fucking sucks ass now. And everybody's moving over to Blue Sky. Well, they were trying. And yeah, well, Blue Sky shut down the invite. So people couldn't join because they can't handle all of the new users that are trying to join on, which is obvious because it's basically just Fediverse codes that he rewrote, but fucking Jack Dorsey's such a dipshit that he decided to rewrite Mastodon, which is garbage in the first place. So it's basically like he rewrote garbage with some more garbage and then put a fucking bow on top of it. And everybody is just like, oh my fucking God. And they're just grabbing piles of that garbage and they're just fucking eating it. And they're like, oh my God, this blue sky is so good. And then they just grab like a, 3-week-old turd and then they ate it. And then that's Blue Sky. So Blue Sky is like Twitter, but it's more like Mastodon in the Fediverse, right? It's just that it's its own like new thing that they created on a new protocol called Nostr that's supposed to be better or whatever, but it's literally the same fucking thing. I mean, it's like when you fucking see a GM car and then you see a foreigner car and you're like, wait a minute, why the fuck do these two fucking cars look exactly the same? But they got different badges and shit. Like, literally, this is a Mazda. Why does it have Mopar brakes? You know what I'm saying? You see what I mean? That's like Blue Sky. For all you old ass motherfuckers out there that don't understand computer terms or whatever, I think I just broke it down in a way you would get it. Be like, yo, you fucking remember when they had the Mazda truck and then they had the Toyota truck and then they had the Ford truck and it was all the same fucking truck? Just different badges and shit. It's like that. That's Blue Sky. So, I don't know why Elon decided to do this, but he's giving his competitors a lot of press. And it's literally accelerating his own demise of the platform, which is, I was telling you a couple of weeks ago that he was going to be making big mistakes. Now he's making big mistakes. That's what he gets for not listening to his boy Manuel or whatever. He decided to unfollow me and extricate me for his life because he likes the Fireside Boys better than me. And you know what? Just like them, they've been having a lot of failures. And... oh, what? You have everybody, you had to move into a smaller office and, everybody's working from home. Right. So, I guess we're just going to have to see how this one shakes out. I don't really see Blue Sky going anywhere because, well, for all the reasons I just explained, but J.R. Riggs did bring it up to me, and since we're talking about Twitter-like things, that dude Mark Zuckerberg is releasing Threads. If you go to threads.net, you'll see there's a day countdown. I guess that's a day, 2 days from now or whatever this thing's going to get launched. And basically, it is Facebook's answer to Twitter, but they're calling it Threads, and you're supposed to be able to like post stuff into Threads and then pictures, and it's like Instagram. Who knows if this thing's going to be popular or not? I'm probably going to use it just because I'm on everything. I'm going to give it the good old college try, test it out. But I'll be perfectly honest. I don't even know. Well, let's just see if we can get it. Hold on. This shit working? Hey, read that motherfucker. Hey. Yep. It's kind of funny that, if you really think about it, Facebook is already the everything app that Elon Musk wants to make it. It's almost like he should have fucking bought Facebook. Fucking dipshit. Then you wonder why people don't like you, man. Because you call them dipshits. Yeah. I know. It's a live show. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, okay, Meta Account Center. How the fuck do I scan this QR code? Isn't there like there's gotta be like a fucking thing in here somewhere. I went into settings. Switch accounts. Nope, that's take photo. Yeah, I don't know how this shit works. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. I'm a dumbass. Oh, cool. I got the app. You'll be notified January 6th when this app becomes available. Cool. Sick, dog. Mm-hmm. You smell opportunities in the air. What kind of opportunities? What kind of opportunities are going to be making some fucking money? Because I need to make some money, dog, dude. If not, dude, I'm going to be homeless like by the end of next month. So, like, y'all need to send me some money so I can give it to Shay-Ree. Or else. You told us you'd use other workarounds before buying YouTube Premium. Yeah. Who cares? What's this? MrBeast gets a surprise response from Jeff Bezos after his $1 billion request. Dude, did MrBeast get $1 billion from fucking Jeff Bezos? That's pretty crazy. What's this? Scientists find the remains of a catastrophe on Mars scattered across the planet. A catastrophe, you say? What kind of catastrophe? A nuclear catastrophe? Somebody in the chat asked, what's Ripple? Let's just look up scam. Like, look up the word scam. 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 Just look that up. And then just be like, Ripple scam. Ripple scam. That's all you need to know. The FCC agrees with me. God, I love being right. Damn it, I wish I made money off of being right. Anyways, though, yes, they have figured out that, well, it was China that figured it out, to be perfectly honest. They have discovered that there are indications that the magnetic field is extremely weak beneath the rover's landing site and other sites around the area, to the point where they have developed a pretty strong understanding of why there is no longer an atmosphere on Mars, and basically kind of giving us the accoutrement as to how we're supposed to explain why there might have actually been some human beings or something like that on Mars. Holy shit, Russell Dufresne. Thanks, Russell Dufresne, for that $20 to the super chat. Is this still the Griftcast? Is it not? Enjoy 70% of this money in up to 30 days. Yeah, it's more than 30 days. It's now 35 days, but we still appreciate your money. It's better to go through the Griftcast or Streamlabs or whatever. Either way, though, we appreciate your generous donation. Thank you, Russell Dufresne. Thank you for making the Griftcast good again. We appreciate it. So, just want to throw that out there for all you folks out there that were wondering if all of those stories about the Martian Manhunter were true. They are true. He's allergic to fire or whatever. So, just keep some matches on you and be alright. But, like, yeah, there was some shit that happened on Mars. All those weird stories you heard about might have been real. That one movie, fucking, what is it? Not John Wick. John Carter. Yeah, the movie about Mars and shit. Or what about that other movie with the cowboys in Mars? Right? There was it was a cowboy, and it was Daniel Craig was a cowboy. Pew. At least you know what's going on with it, or whatever. Yeah, that magnetic mystery ain't so much of a mystery. So there's probably going to be a bunch of woo-woos that are going to be pointing at this, or maybe they're formulating how they're going to incorporate this into their ridiculousness about like aliens and shit. So be ready for that, I guess. It's coming. You're going to see it everywhere. Everywhere. What's this? BLM supporter Kim Brady Watson Carricker is named as a suspect in the Philadelphia mass shooting, and she was arrested on Monday evening after allegedly shooting and killing 5 people, and they also arrested a male suspect? What the fuck? Holy shit. I didn't even know there was something going on in Philadelphia. Those sons of bitches. Oh, and honestly, I'm just kind of like sad about this one. It was a lot of work. A lot of work went into this. Let me tell you. A lot of work went into it. And yeah, I've told you guys in the past, basically, that if you just become a faceless person, you could be successful. But now people have figured out that you can actually invent a person and still be successful with it, because, you know, making a pen name, surname, whatever the heck you want to call it, has always been a pretty successful thing in writing books. And now somebody's been able to pull it off on Twitter. And it's very similar to the things that we would have seen back in 2016 with guys like Microchip and how they operated their accounts to the point where it's like fake and it's a personality. It's not real, but people still treat it like it was real. Well, this is another one where I've told you guys straight up when people started saying, hey, is this like a real person? And I was like, nah, man, that's just fake, dog. And they just be like, well, how do you know? And I'm like, I pulled that shit that I do sometimes where I'm like, I fucking know, but I ain't gonna fucking tell you because I'm doing a bit. So suck a dick. And well, we're here now. And I mean, it's just funny. The viral liberal Twitter account run by Erica Marsh, the blonde former Obama staffer, after complaints that it was fake, it devised to rage bait and stoke division. Oh, man. And it looks like Elon Musk's Twitter took her down, which is really sad because, like, a lot of people thought that this bitch was real. And, I mean, she looked pretty real. Her face was really hard to tell that it was AI generated, but there was still just, like, little tiny bitty indications. Right there, you know, you could just barely tell, right? And what they were saying is that this person was cartoonishly liberal and was stoking angry debates over issues like affirmative action, and they finally figured out that the picture itself was AI generated or maybe from some kind of like German site. So like they went to a German website, got a bunch of like German girl pictures, and then they generated off of like a smaller pool of pictures to make it a lot more difficult for somebody to say that it was fake, because like generally they're already been able to devise a way of utilizing GANs to reverse search like a fake picture already, so they can almost tell to an immediate certainty with the way the eyes and shit are. So somebody had to basically create a way to make those types of photographs, but have them be realistic and also have them not trace back to any other images on Google, except for the ones that were basically like, I don't know, set as well. And now we're starting to actually see that the account was fake, right? And we were telling you that it was fake a while back, right? Like, it's just kind of like, nah, dude, this is like I almost thought like that Dom Luker account was fake, but that's actually a real person. He's just like Dom Luker is Erica Report, only he's black. He's a criminal, and he's basically like he's like black, a criminal, and he's one of those, like, what do they call him, the Hebrew Jew guys or whatever? No, not Hebrew Jew. That's the wrong way of putting that. Black Israelites. There we go. He's like a black Israelite, like acting like he ain't. Be like, shut the fuck up, you goddamn fucking criminal. Anyways, so a lot of people are pissed off. Nobody really knows what's going on. And honestly, I just got to say, it's like very awesome. Like that somebody was able to amass 130,000 followers plus off of completely fake content, rage baiting people. I mean, literally, that is some work that somebody put in, and I'm just going to congratulate them. But it was pretty clear to me that they were utilizing a conjunction for like the pictures. They're basically doing this all with ChatGPT, right? Like you don't have to have ChatGPT posted directly. You can use the ChatGPT playground to create every little bit of this, and then have a situation where you have ChatGPT write a little script out that will let you post. And then they discovered this person was a bot when they actually took out the ChatGPT API key, and then they stopped being able to post completely. So just think about that. You know, anybody could do this. You know, if you don't want to be you, like, this is how I could be successful, right? Because I'm like an ugly fat man. And, like, you know, would you rather listen to me or if I look like Erica Mars? Because let me tell you right now, she's AI generated, but Dad, I would still fuck. Sorry. What? I don't know. I like, what? Who doesn't like blonde chicks? Whatever. I don't give a shit. Look at that rack. Look at it. Look at it. Whatever. I guess in the last thing to today, CISA, the government organization that warns you about computer shit that I've done work for or whatever. Well, they're putting out a warning right now for cardiac devices, you know, pacemakers, cardiac devices like pacemakers, specifically ones made from the Medtronic Corporation that basically have a critical vulnerability. And that critical vulnerability would allow somebody to use the optional messaging feature in their device to basically overload the motherfuckers so that you die, right? Or, you know, that your pacemaker stops working. They can take over your pacemaker, and it could be exploited. But the problem here, I guess the only saving grace is that you have to have it turned on. You have to have the optional messaging feature turned on in order for it to be exploited. But the funny thing here is that the optional messaging feature isn't really optional because every single person that has it uses it. So it's like there's more people that have it with the feature on than off. And what they're saying is that a hacker could use this to remotely execute some code or denial of service attack by sending specifically crafted messages to the Pacart Optimus system, and then it would allow the attacker to delete, steal, modified data from the cardiac device, while the DDoS effect could effectively shut it down, meaning that the motherfucker's not going to keep your heart going and you die. So, yeah, if you have a Medtronic's pacemaker, turn off the fucking optimal messaging system or get that shit updated or whatever. Stat, yo. This isn't like, you know, your Windows update and you leave it for 3 months and then you're like, all right, I'm going to fucking do it today. I'm going to do it today. No. Get that shit done now. Right? So, yeah, you know, just letting you know, we got heart attack guns and now we can hack pacemakers, bitches. Fucking scary, dude. I ain't ever getting a pacemaker now, motherfucker. I already got the brain chip. The brain chip sucks. Actually, it used to be really cool, but now it's just slow as fuck. Oh well. I guess last message for you today. Actually, yeah, last message for today. Because we actually did get one. They sent us two for some reason. Really like, boom, boom. This one's on Aratna, which is Earth, by the way. August 21st, 2006. Damn, 2006? Nah, that's a long time ago. Teacher, the beloved. Subject, positivity in faith and hope. Back to that positivity shit. Subject, or the teacher is the beloved, and the subject is positivity and faith and hope. Message received by Lasik. The beloved. A teachable heart is a responsive heart, responsive to my spiritual leadings. At times you have no idea where your path in life will lead you, but the more you trust in faith you have in me, the clearer your path will appear to you. In times to come, you will realize that I have tuned you so that I can play my melodies upon your spirit nerves. However, these nerves are very delicately formed. You can strengthen them further by living in love and harmony with yourself. So your mind can help you co-create and build your faith in the ultimate creator, who only desires the best for his evolving offspring. Amid the cacophony of the world, you can learn to filter out everything that is not of your highest good. It is in your daily striving to focus on the task at hand, and by being in present-centeredness and awareness, that you are urged to discharge your daily duties with the utmost dedication in honesty and sincerity to the glory of God. Endeavor to live on a spiritual level while living life in the flesh. Make an effort to render towards others that which is for the highest and greatest good. Attempting to live positively in faith and hope so that by your example you may inspire those qualities in others, all the while practicing obedience to the will of God, which at all times is the way with the most love towards self and others. Think of how you can take better care of yourself so you do not abuse your physical and mental body with stress, negative thinking, speech, and actions, and endeavor to live a God-centered life. I like that word, cacophony. Yeah, cacophony. And I guess that's it. So, thanks for joining us. I'll leave you there with that. Now, go ahead and head on into your Akashic construct. Take a little bit of time. Speak to George Washington. You could do that in your Akashic construct. Say what up. Old George likes to smoke that weed. Yeah, you don't believe me now, but go check him out in your Akashic construct. And you'd be like, fucking A, DeFango was right again. That fucking George Washington loves that fucking weed. So does Archimedes. Have a nice day. See you later, y'all. Bye-bye now. Peace. I'm sailing away. set an open course for the Virgincy. Can I got to